So the process for the modification program. The servicer, which in this case would be B of A, Wells, or Chase, will determine if you meet the minimum eligibility criteria. And again, you can do your own homework on this by going to makinghomeaffordable.gov and seeing if you do qualify. There's a sort of, again, user-friendly worksheet. You can figure out your monthly debt to income ratio. The servicer will work with you to work out or to get from you your own financial information, income, expenses, etc., and calculate that ratio. And just we'll go into a little bit of detail on what that debt to income ratio, which you'll hear a lot, is made up of. And again, this is also a great benefit that the counselors here and in the area can help you with. So again, it's used to determine whether your mortgage right now is affordable. And to do that, you take your what's called principal, interest, taxes, insurance, and homeowners association or condo fees, which in our lingo is PITIA or PITIA. And then divide that by your gross monthly income, which is basically all of your and your co-borrowers' income before payroll deductions. And it can include, so that includes base pay, commissions, tips, bonuses, etc. And whatever that ratio is, if it is above 31%, then you're eligible to be considered for this program. So what the servicer will do if you are qualified is to basically, if you have, let's say, 3 months past due payments and accrued interest and other fees, they will what's called capitalize that to the loan. So they'll basically take that past due amount and add it to your current loan balance. Important thing to note here, it will not include late fees. So late fees will not be added to that. So that's important. They will then calculate what a new payment would be to get to that 31% amount. Then, this is also important, though it's a little bit confusing sometimes, they will perform their own analysis on that loan to determine if it makes more sense to modify that loan to the bank rather than moving forward with another program. I want to talk about how the servicer will get you down to that 31%. So the first thing they'll do is look at your interest rate and reduce that interest rate to as low as 2% to see if that works to get you down to the 31% of your monthly income, okay? And they'll do that in, I think, 0.5% increments to see if they can get there. If that isn't enough to get the loan payment down to 31%, they can then look at the term of your loan, which is typically 15, 30 years, and extend the term of that loan, the term of repayment, which can also reduce the loan payment. If that doesn't work, they can also defer a piece of that loan until the very end of the loan so that the payment is calculated on a lower amount during the life of the loan. That would, of course, result in a small balloon at the end of the loan, but hopefully at that point that could be covered by the equity in the house. There is also the option, and it is an option, it's at the servicer's discretion to actually forgive a portion of the principal on that loan, but that again is not required. So there's sort of a waterfall, we call it, that servicers will take to reduce your payment to 31%. Again, question often asked is, are lenders required to participate in this program? If you have a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan, the answer is yes. Again, on that website, makinghomeaffordable.gov, you can find out if your loan is owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. It'll ask you your address. You'll authorize them to process the request, and within seconds you'll get a response that, yes, it appears your loan is owned by Fannie Mae. Please contact your servicer and move forward. Again, for other loans that aren't owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, participation is optional. Many servicers and banks have signed up for the program. So on that website, again, you can see the list of banks and servicers who have signed up for the program. If they have signed up, they must participate. Finally, I just want to point out, and this is going to be touched upon a little bit later in this morning, please beware of the multitude of rescue scams that are out there right now. Beware of any company that promises that it's okay to skip your mortgage payments, that walking away from your house won't affect your credit, that they'll buy your house and sell it back to you. And critical, never ever pay a fee to anyone who tells you they can help you get a modification. As we say, do not pay, walk away. Help for this program is always free through the HUD-approved counseling agencies, through your servicers. I can't stress this enough because they're out there, they've got a lot of money to advertise on radio, on billboards, on TV. They'll send you mailers that look like they're from official government sources. A lot of these people are the very same unscrupulous brokers who steered people into these exotic and damaging mortgage products. So they're just looking for another way to get back in the game. Again, you'll hear a lot more about that a little bit later. Just some additional resources I want to point out. For immediate borrower assistance is sort of a hotline. We call it the Hope Now line, and that number is, and I'll give this a couple times, 1-888-995-HOPE, or 4673. That's 1-888-995-HOPE, 4673. Again, to find a HUD-approved housing counselor, looks like the list might be gone right now, but again, they're all on the makinghomeaffordable.gov website. You can also, if you don't already have the number to your servicer, it's on your monthly mortgage statement, and you can also look that up on the makinghomeaffordable.gov website. There is a 1-800 number for Fannie Mae, and that's 1-800-7-FANNIE. 1-800, the number 7, Fannie, F-A-N-N-I-E. And then for Freddie Mac, it's 1-800-FREDDIE, F-R-E-D-D-I-E. That's 1-800-FREDDIE.